Yeah, we are getting a lot of illumination from the light of the Supreme through Savitri's lesson to death. She has given him a good lesson in the life divine, that is what is actually planned here in manifestation. You have a certain role there to play, but that is not the end of whole thing. Everything is moving towards divine manifestation in this creation, and it has to come. So she is tracing the entire course of not only involution but also evolution, going back to the supramental manifestation upon earth. She is now in the middle of that lesson, and she is talking of our knowledge walks leaning on error stuff. That is what we are in the intermediate state. The condition in which we are in the field of ignorance. We are moving from more ignorance to less ignorance. But eventually, it has to be from knowledge to knowledge. At this stage, our knowledge walks leaning on error stuff. So, the support for knowledge here is error. We fumble, we fall, we make wrong arguments, we struggle. In fact, we have seen that for everything, for life to progress, death is necessary. For bliss to be established in the present condition, sorrow and suffering, they are necessary, and like that. So, in the same manner, at the moment, knowledge walks leaning on error stuff, a worshipper of false dogmas and false gods. Well, in a certain sense, this is the entire summary of man's struggling philosophies, his reason, his arguments, all that thing is nothing but the worshipper of false gods. False because they are mental, because they are born of ignorance. Ignorance which itself is a product of falsehood, and therefore we are all really worshippers of false gods. So all these big isms which I come, Marxism, capitalism, socialism, wealth of nations, whatever you want to call, they are actually the worships of a false god. They have a certain role to play in a scheme of things, but that cannot be the end of things. A worshipper of false god, dogmas and false god. Now, of course, dogmas is normally associated with religion. We have got religious dogmas. And the dogmatized religion is a greater obstacle than no religion. The no religion. That is the whole problem actually. So in fact, that is how the teaching of Christ was falsified by dogmatizing his teachings in the Nicene dogma, in the 3rd century AD, that is what they had formalized. And you saw the consequences of that dogma: inquisitions, killing, plundering, all those things, even crusades. They were the worshippers of dogmas in that sense. But normally, we don't really connect this dogma with the other type of dogmas which we really have in us. Even reason, even our stupidities of a particular ism is a dogma. Marxism is a dogma. Capitalism is a dogma. Free speech is a dogma. Because all these are mental formulations. They don't have really anything coming out from the depths of the soul, of the spirit. And as long as they lack that depth, they remain dogmas. And you see the consequences we are seeing every now and then what is happening. The tragedy in Paris is terrible, you see, last week's tragedy. Or fanatic, or a fierce, intolerant creed. So there is such a great debate going on in India about intolerance, you see. He has already anticipated that intolerant creed, you see. Actually, this is a debate not only of intolerance, it has been politicized. It is made a weapon. So everything, every principle which has a certain element of truth in it has become a weapon of attack. It has happened everywhere. A fanatic or a fierce, intolerant creed or a seeker doubting every truth he finds. A seeker doubting every truth he finds. He has summarized, Savitri has summarized the whole of Descartes' philosophy in one sentence. I doubt. I am because I doubt myself, you see. She has summarized the whole philosophy of Descartes in this one. Seeker doubting every truth he finds, a skeptic facing light with adamant no. Skeptic, that is the foundation of Descartes' philosophy, skepticism. A skeptic facing light with adamant no. Chilling the heart with a dry, ironic smile. A cynic stamping out the God in man, stamping out God in man. Yes, this is what happened. All our good intentions, good philosophies, idealisms, whatever you want to call them, they are basically removing God from this creation, stamping out God from man, you see. A darkness wallows in the paths of time or lifts its giant head to blot the stars. It makes a cloud of the interpreting mind. Yes, everything has become clouded because of mind. We always say, you are in a dilemma, you are not able to resolve anything. So you say, I am in two minds. What do you mean by two minds? In other words, every reason has a value. Every reason is true. But these two reasons, the many reasons, they don't reconcile with each other. They struggle against each other, quarrel against each other. So when I say I am in two minds, mind cannot resolve whether I should go this way or I should go that way. It is impossible for mind to decide. Then what is that decides? It is life force, the vital force. And it is that which you then follow and pursue, you see. A darkness wallows in the paths of time or lifts its giant head to blot the star. See, I mean, the whole philosophy, mental formulation has such a measure that it can blot out even the stars. Such is the power. We build up scientific philosophies also, but then ultimately what are these? We don't know it all, frankly. It makes a cloud of the interpreting mind and intercepts the oracles of the sun, intercepts the oracles of the sun. You get divine revelations. Oracles, they speak of what the divine truth is. Prophets come, great personalities come, rishis come, siddhas come. They speak of God, they bring the divine knowledge, but then they are interpreted by mental formulations. So all our scriptures which are there, ultimately they fall in the hands of man who argues on the basis of his mental faculties. Everything is scriptures have revelation. They are oracles of the sun. There is a divine truth in each. But then when they go into the hands of man or the reasoning creature, then all these quarrels and conflicts start. And there is no end to that. And intercept the oracles of the sun. In fact, this oracle in Greek mythology. He will tell you more about that, you see. Yeah, Delphi's oracles, and they make such statements that it can be interpreted this way or that way. Oracles of the sun. But behind that, why they can make statements like that, and we say it can be the Greek, the Persians will defeat. That's the oracle. The Greeks, the Persians will. Now, who is going to defeat whom? Will the Greeks defeat the Persians, or the Persians are going to defeat Greeks? The oracle says, I mean, that is what happened in the case of the war there, you see. Because we are not able, our language, our formulations, they are bound by mental laws, mental understanding of things. The Greeks, the Persians will defeat. I mean, the Greeks, the Persians will defeat. Or the Greeks will be defeated by the Persians. Both the meanings are present in the oracle there, you see. Now, you keep on arguing that interpretation. The oracles, you intercept, you don't really understand the contents of that thing at all, you see, in the whole process, you see. And he says, the sun, S is capital. That is the divine knowledge itself. The deity is speaking, is giving you the divine knowledge, but we are formulating the whole thing in our terms and intercepting the revelation which comes. So that is how the scriptures have suffered, you see, all. And intercept the oracles of the sun. Yet, so although this is the condition of the mental being, all that Savitri is telling here, is what the mind of man is capable of. That is what he is, you see. But then she says, mind of man is not the last thing. Is not the last thing. Yet light is there. Behind all the things, there is illumination. It stands at nature's doors. It holds a torch to lead the traveler in. So the light is telling you, walk in into the realms of light. Light is there. But then, of course, we keep on arguing, will I really go properly into the deal? Keep on arguing and arguing, you see.